It's a new year, it's a new month, and another new sale coming up at Wotton Auction Rooms very soon. Joseph Trinder is Director, Senior Auctioneer and Valuer here at Wotton Auction Rooms and joins us now. Hello, Joseph. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, Faye. I mean, how's that happened? It's already 2025. Christmas has come and gone, and we're straight away back at it with another, I think, almost 2,000 lot sale. So, yeah, no rest for the wicked, as they say.
The next sale is the 21st and 22nd of January. So you have some real gems coming up.
We do. We've got a lovely selection of pieces, actually, as always. You know, that lovely sort of variety that is Wotton Auction Rooms. And so today I've just got a few of my favourites to quickly tell you about and, share with the world.
OK, which ones are we starting with first?
So we're starting live with this fantastic pair of early dummy boards here. And they're really rather wonderful. As these go, they're, I think, the earliest I've seen, certainly in the sort of last few years. So we think the paintings of these rather characterful sort of children would have started life actually not on boards, but likely up on the wall as part of a larger canvas or canvases, and they've been later sort of taken down, mounted on these boards. So the paintings themselves would date to about 1620, 1640, and I think they became dummy boards, as the expression goes, probably, you know, early 18th century. So they're kind of a sort of an historical amalgamation, but they're just wonderfully sort of rare survivors, really. I mean, they're in immaculate order for their sort of period. And like I say, they're just sort of wonderful survivors that, are currently looking after the sale room for us.
So what are dummy boards?
What are dummy boards? Well, it's one of those sort of curiosities of, you know, sort of yesterday, really. I mean, they likely would have principally been decorative objects that would have been moved around the home, and, you know, you can almost imagine having a bit of fun with your other half, you know, sort of popping it on the landing and not knowing it was there, thinking that they were downstairs in the living room or whatever. But there's also commentary that they may well likely have been sort of almost an early, you know, kind of almost a bit of a security thing, in the sense that, you know, if an opportunistic scallywag was looking through the window, they'd see that there was someone standing beside the fireplace or looking over to the fire or whatever it might have been, and assume that someone's at home and not dare attempt a robbery or a burglary. But no, they're principally decorative objects, and like I say, they're not often found in such order when they're of this age.
Let's talk about this, which looks a little bit like the FA Cup. It's not, well, is it?
You know, we've won the football at an auction room, so my kind of rather almost sort of monumental silver wine cooler. So if you're going to have a drop, do it properly.
Wow.
So dating from 1913, made in Sheffield by none other than the superlative Walker and Hall. It's just a stunning quality piece of large scale silver. Like I say, a wine cooler that, you know, would have kept your nice drop of Viognier or something nice and cool on a summer's evening. And all done with a lot of grace, decorum and style. So again, coming up in our sale in January.
How much is that going to set us back, would you say?
Well, it's one of those things. It's just such a large decorative piece. You know, I see it probably fetching between sort of 2,000 and 3,000, something like that. The boards, they're rather different. Like I say, they're so scarce, very hard to put a price on. I believe we're estimating them, I think, at around the sort of £4,000 to £6,000 mark. I think they'll go on from there.
And finally, Joseph, the wardrobe behind us, which is absolutely exquisite.
Isn't it just? Well, here we are in the Cotswolds, and we have a superlative piece of Cotswold school, you know, arts and crafts sort of majesty, really. Me personally, you know, the arts and crafts movement has always been one of my absolute sort of favourites amongst the wider world of the arts and antiques sort of scene. So it's a pleasure to handle it, and to be here on sort of home turf, really. So made by none other than Ernest Gimpson, who was, you know, one of the sort of founding fathers of the arts and crafts movement, certainly in a sort of local Cotswold school sort of sect, as it were. A fabulous architect as well as furniture designer and maker. And we just have this beautiful, frankly superlative wardrobe in English walnut. Just, you know, the epitome of form meeting function, beautiful thing. And, you know, it'll be very popular, I'm sure.
So how much do you think that will go for?
I think we're estimating it around the sort of £4,000 to £6,000 or £3,000 to £5,000 mark. It's going to make that and more, I'm sure.
What a lovely selection today, and I'm sure these will absolutely fly. So the sale is the 21st and the 22nd of January.
It is indeed. You know, we look forward to seeing everybody then, and straight away I think we're about to start consigning for the next one in February. So the machine presses on. We've got lots of exciting things coming up later on in the year that we look forward to talking to you about.
Great to see you again, Joseph, and best of luck for the next sale.
Thank you so much.